Anapai David Elmentia, Menino Edi Enko, our happy morning show. No, so Dave, good morning.
Good morning, Tommy.
Na impom tisi anapai.
I'm here to know you. As a weekend in a year.
Yeah. Very sad one. Very sad one. Very sad one. Dave, I know so we have highlighted the issues we are going to discuss. I don't know if there's any issue that you felt should have been on our table, but in table here.
I think already issues near well packed, so we need to run through it quickly so we don't get behind time.
So what would you want to start from?
Me start with Christian Achu. Sami, yaw bebre say yati asema yati dano memenda se fiada.
Yeah.
Idea reho bebre esan say ye nipa hunu bi kra na bibi sa ye no a enya asema ye de na yennia enyina yenim yenua Christian Achu na brabo a boy fa footballing back joining Blaster no na enye ade a obia emanu akwanya bia na se emanu ebia senka obeshani na uhwe Ghana Blaster usually na nkofo ka se ansa na obi benya kwan abo Blaster no na ekwan no wafa kwan bebre so ya normally a friends and nipa onim uhwe branti a free baby or free buy obi anti ni dinda na wetimi a breaky into that squad abeye a star player in the squad no na enkan bebre na diaba ukan the baku amekan ye pa ye 2014 qualification for 2014 World Cup no na ebra and that's when nyina asa na enim se bia yentimi qualify na Ghana akohia em se Zambia se team bi e wo Kumasi ho na Christian Achu go bia o share ye na me hu ni subida ma de bia me hu na se me kan na abeda meni hu ball no se de o ye kick from the wing e koshia pole no na abeda meni nti asem we see what take here say earthquake na ye born the dino. I try not to even watch the televisions, no, even I was just praying say ebeti asem de say ono on kan wan say no ni e fi ho na de ni see. So I close my mind to the be am na ya o catch me so yes see ya nti news no buy say ye hunu na wayenya media na aweho ni awo egu mi kakra ya say abrantie ya uhwe Blaster mo a ne hu brase eni ni ye ya de a ya namo a nipa bebre wo say yesua in spite of say the osiboni ball difa na uhwe Blaster mo ya na ye ka camp unti ni din wo bibia na se wa focus wo adwuma oye ho na uti nkrofo nsem mo ka say apart from football ya oye kra no o sa ye to ho acha adwuma ya nkrofo a oni bi oboa wo mo Sami, I don't think anything can be sadder than this. Say nyami eni atu ni nsafre no nti ebesre say nyankopon ankasa de ni kra ebesi na adesuade e wo ma wo say nyina yesua e fa say de wo say etu anamo ho e wo bibia ye mu bia no ye nyina yesua ye besa a edi yakọ kese eni enkrahye ama ne busuafo ne yiri ne mba busia penyi eni Ghana manyina ya dia din but ye besom sa ya bompa ya manikra bompa ya mabusua no support bia ehia sɛ obia edi ma wo sɛ nyes wo sɛ nyina ye edi boa na sɛ ebra obɛbɔye na anko saakwa aye adeɛ bia eye adesuade ama ye nyina na dachi ye tu yehu fo wa yebetimi akase abranche bi ya wo a breaki status quo awra lasam na ne niye ne suban ade a enyina yebetimi di ensa kire se ubo sa bra na besi uye udi ewo no uye ewo no frima wabɔ bra pa nyame emfa ne kra ensi ye edana se ejuma waye ama Ghana man dana se
yo Sammy na anapɛ mbom te sɛ anapɛ de nsɛm no de bebree ne we up no so but I think say just as David started you didn't come if I in your Christian Achu and the sad news over the weekend we've all been down Mame NJ comments kakra
yo when you met here a tea for ne ahwefo one of the things as of mine a unity a football and culturally so a year and as a owo so ye ade ba ko a wo hwe yen as Ghana for no matter where we come from a year befia who say eden kabum timi ba and I'm not surprised say as a nation we are united in grief ye money ye hero and in semi see ye ni na every Ghanaian ye wishi say nka ye beti news be say oh anka asemi enye sene akoye nanso sene se ba na aba nsa enti ebusua na ye be ma ebusua ya akọ ye be ma oni ni nuanom hyeden na arechi nsem bi etese ye wo a ye ka che oba so man no ye wo sami I said ade ba ko ye very striking after Abranti ewu the kind of testimonies for Emma Fanny. He's almost been canonized. Yes, Achu is reaching a saintly status after Niwu. And when in a HA Niema Bibre as a Nipa and Chima Yenso, ye boy a bra, yenya the opportunity to be breathing another day. HA say, Obrabia Obebono, you see, Obrapa, Eja Ura Quine. Abrantia no a modern boy from all walks of life. Who share the Encrofor air kafane ho. Na a dance Encrofor AD. And one of me obi din common America chain say and the number of people are almost soon. Ni osu no osu na niwa. Obia nim de enti a osu achu. Ebi sunu because of he being a football icon. Obi nso sunu because of a personal relationship bi on no. Obi kra so sunu ewo eboshe bi a achu ahye no. Esanka obeboa no ewo bibim. Nanso fofia nto ata amade ebesi esi. Nti ye ni na eche se obra ye ebo no ye ni ye nua num enkita hodie ene se ne ye ebo ye bra no se wuwu a wuwu achi no ede na ye be kan fa wo. Nti me mom de I will join the millions of Ghanaians almost Christian Achu and me the areti chensem ama ebusua. There's just one thing me hope he say as of mine and ye be a AD enya esum sem quickly people are and I share interviews are quickly taking advantage. It is a very sensitive period for the family. Inti omo granting all sorts of interviews claiming said they had a personal relationship with Achu and all these things. Yem fan ye money be ento nchen answer. And na make ne Achu kasa ye and me bompa ye bi manu na and all these things. Mesha say baby a edru no ɛyɛ abusua na ahwe ɔmodehyeɛ.
Yeah.
Inti kasa bebree no, and everybody claiming all sorts of falsehoods. I almost started a pedal no. Bisremo, ye men no nkɔ na abusua enya peace of mind. And fankra omodishie n'akyi. And I'm very happy say the state and so I take part ama assurance say be support abusua ama omakra omodishie n'akyi. I think it's a step in the right direction. And for me, all I'll say is that may the gentle soul of the young man rest in perfect peace. And to the family, I extend my heartfelt condolences to the family. And yenina yebebwa ama yakra abranten echifefefe. Inti na memfa ne kransie yi.
So I'm taking a cue from last point I'm making here about utterances now. I think I will just prompt people say it may look and feel so distant, but to the sister, to the Bushia, it is a very, very huge loss. And to one more, I feel now, I'm some with social media. Now pictures of the young man at the time, Nipa Okucha saw picture no. Now he was found in the rubble, no. I feel now the mama doing some more chair saw picture no. Let's think about the family. Let's think about the family. Don't take them through that pain. Then you are reminding them of what the late Christian Achu had to endure. The final hours. Yes, Mama, you respect Ebusiano. You a yawa, one more animal. Dave, you didn't come and far, meaning baby, I starting free. See a koboko, say a co computer placement to see a code DDEPU, meaning baby, I see and fan pay, but I never so far no pay.
But I will start from the school placement saga.
Okay.
Because a idea sifin kakra. I think say it is becoming very difficult to measure this government's productivity. And it is looking now like we all having to look at which among the Akufo-Addo and his appointees.
Pacho, President Akufo-Addo. Dave, I beg you.
We all know Akufo-Addo is the president.
Yes, but
so
which
of among President Akufo-Addo and his appointees are the most corrupt?
Okay.
It's becoming very difficult to find a single of his appointees or a single one of them who is not corrupt. One of the ministers I have admired over the period, also because of his the antecedents of his appointment, was the current education minister, Honorable Educhum. And I have listened to his thoughts on an international platform once, and I thought that, this is a person who is thinking positive about his country, and of course, education in Ghana and the sub-region. And indeed, when Akufo-Addo gave a testimony about him, I can't continue the president. We all know he's the president. So he gave him an appointment. He gave a testimony about him, how he's established and achieved a lot in the U.S. and all that. Then he was appointed a deputy minister, and it was to me as if they were still hiding the shine in him. So he became a minister, and I thought that he will transform things. What has become very synonymous with his name now is the corruption at the ministry relating to the school placement saga. Look, I have had an occasion to read the report, which was occasioned by a committee set up at the ministry. I think after the Ministry of National Security and the CID began investigation into the matter, particularly the 2022 placement. I understand that there were some sort of complaint to the CID, National Security, who were supposed to have been investigating this matter. As we speak now, nobody has seen the report that has emanated from that investigation. Then, fortunately, there was another committee at the ministry which was formed. I mean, when I saw the letter that mandating the committee, it was signed by one of the officials of the ministry for him, for the minister, which I thought somehow is even wrong, that the minister is setting up a committee to investigate himself. It was wrong, but fortunately, some of when you read the report, the committee did quite some work by interviewing some of the people relevant in this whole saga. And the two that I paid a lot of attention to is the former Director General of GES and the minister himself. If you read the report, it's more or less, directly accuse the minister of being involved in this corruption saga. And what is the corruption? They sell spaces or places in the category A school where everybody wants to go. The Pokuaris, the Pressex, the Wegehes, and all those. They sell those opportunities to people, students, including people who do not deserve it. When people who have actually passed their exams get category B schools and beyond. Now, that is quite worrying, and it's worrying because if you read the report, the former Director General made a categorical accusation of the minister's assets being used, and in a particular occasion, one of the persons who works with the minister, who uses his assets, was caught after some 7,000 had passed hands. She was caught. She was, the person was placed in.
Allegedly.
Well, that's a report. So let's say allegedly. Until it gets to court, maybe. But this is coming.
It's the account of Professor Opoku.
Sami?
It was captured.
Yes,
it was captured in the report.
Yes. In this report.
In the video.
Yes. Yeah. In this report, they admitted, both of them admitted that it was only the two of them who were given access, who had access to the portal.
Yeah.
And the minister would say again that he gave his access to some subordinates he would not mention.
Yes.
Which is coming more or less like a cover-up. Even before the committee, he refused to mention the name.
True.
Yet, he's asking anybody who talks about this to go to the police and report if they find anything untoward. And this is the same minister, the police IGP, is commending for reforms that he may have done. Obviously, there's a corruption in this matter, and the minister's hands are deep in it. He told us in a meeting over I think it was Friday, there was a meeting, an engagement he called with the media. And at that meeting, he said that there is a final report, that this report is not the final report. Yet he refused to give us the report because this thing is serious. And national security, police, nothing is going on now because everybody in the government is festering corruption. So nobody is looking at these things now. But this issue cannot be swept under the carpet. The minister must answer, and by now the minister must step down if he has any shame, because this is embarrassing. He said at that meeting that about 60% of the placement is given on what? Protocol basis. And even went ahead to name names like the Asantehene, the Gamanche, who gives him protocol list. I mean, how do you take protocol lists at the expense of people who have sweat to write their exam and pass? What are you encouraging? So this is a government who says that, look, we are introducing free SHS because we want opportunity for every child to go to school. Then the children go to school, sit down, study, write exams, and those who pass and qualify to get access to certain schools, you relegate them and give access to your friends' kids or people you have taken money from or people that have been given to you by people you claim deserve protocol. This is unfair. This is unfair, and I think Parliament should look into this because the National Security Police, I don't think they will be able to come up with anything regarding this. So Parliament should take up this matter. The minister, the minister must resign because this matter will not let it die. This is not one of the issues that because what example are you setting for the kids? People have gone to write exams and they are qualified. I mean, I've heard the issue of even grades being changed, even at that level. I mean, it doesn't make much sense. I recall asking the minister if this is done in US where he has attained his fame. And he says, oh, in our schools, we are allowed to give protocol to headmasters and all that. But this is Ghana. You are extending, even if you are saying you are giving it to headmaster whose kid needs placement. I mean, that might be understood, even though I don't, it still doesn't make sense to me. But you have gone ahead he's trying to drag everybody into his scandal. The Asantehene, the Gamanche, and all that. I mean, I hope that those offices, the offices of the Asantehene and the Gamanche would denounce this allegation he's making, that they actually give list of people who should be admitted in these schools rather than those who have qualified and passed to go. This will be shameful if it is indeed true.
Well, Dave, thanks for the comment. I mean, encore Sami Hona Mene Sami just mentioned a thought on this computer placement and so on. I mean, NG, a few comments from you. BC educational system, the work which was done by the Fourth Estate and sorry.
Well, school placement. Another year, Asaba, with all the lingering controversies, has to be expected. But I'm not one of Nkofo Amitimi Atinase Akase because of the few challenges our program experience, into which we throw everything away and now say, yeah, rubbish the whole program. Ebetimi Akase, over the years, there has been a significant improvement in sa placement way. So Obekaya, Sami, and by now, parents egu Independence Square they don't even know the fate of Omumba. And I think gradually we are getting somewhere. You see, this year about 547,000 Nkwala in a city, and so far about 69% of Nkwofuya almost city for the exams in your placement. And Mecca say, education the right of Nkwalaiwe. As much as possible, the ministry should make sure say Sankwalaya omunya placement ombe work. And following from all this, man say even it has been announced say omaye sa placement centers in Accra, not all. Into parent or challenger, that's where you go and you see say Oma resolve visa issues. One of the things Abba a Fourth Estate Ejuma Oye Omo release days before you be release placement for the computer placement In fact, any money be a worrying. But and also say, fine, Ghana, you rule baby, maybe your system no allow for your penning for say, oh, asemaba, or even though I am not directly involved in the scandal, no, because me na me what oversight responsibility into me trim me ho esin chain. So culture no, ebia with time and you bedru or say your penning for ebia asem ba na ebofra wabobo ano a wankasa utimi tu ho si wo say ebia negligence, dereliction of duty, ana man hwe adwuma bi so yie amana anko yie nti mankasa me di madwuma esi ho. Nti uhwa placement scandal ye kan eno ane sen scandal no for the state I investigate it, as far as I'm concerned the machine ni na ne say enkrofo who are close to the corridors of power and I say enkrofo bi omone mpanimfo bi ewo Ministry of Education any Ghana Education Services taking advantage of the protocol system and the age enkrofo sika and oma promise you placement. But Sammy meant na ha to pretend to be holding brief for the minister and now say anybody ya mention in the report. Sammy wo hwe omamu ha Ghana for before wo hwe ye family system and now say wo hwe ye setting ye wo Ghana. Ya argue so many times institutions are so many times say look your system nankasa na ye wo no e ma kwan for corruption because obi timi bisa say adenti na ye ma obi ministerial position a whole community etimi di nachi e converting krom wo hene beba achiame hene beba mrante hene beba obia pese or appear on camera during the vetting because we believe say it is an opportunity say onipa no eko enya sa dibie no eko no afei na bibi papa nkwande wa bi ebe free mu aba enti sene ye hwe ye ho obi nua ne obi we nua ne we ewo ba bia protocol metie nkomodie hu bebre na sami wo be bisa wo ho se wo kra wo ye nsenchoni ya oti o studio ha protocol placement drawer you will get a number of calls. A number of people calling you because they know say anope bia obetena ha uni mpanimfo kasa you even have access to the minister. Inti definitely people will call you.
True.
What you say? Inti hwen ye kan so wo fa ase bi wo mu wacho BC na sebi ye de na akoto a category of school bi na wo hwe na nka wo unya yanka wa ha you will place a call as a minister. Ebia we dey anka udomboa me kakra. You see, but what happens at the blind side of the minister or what the minister may not know and he say ebia sami akosan kwan kakra every sa placement here minister no e dey chair ni freely no. You see, so the argument say hwe sami if in fact your interrogative system no further you be who say there is an improvement and then the eba so cry and say because of the quota the public schools for this category A schools ninti a year drew BC examinations in Crawford to me you are free private schools and the omuko public schools. True. Because they know say the system no say no because sami me na make catch say until says our system yi eko baby away those days anke beye dem pa say akola bi be free jirapa JHSB adi nani abehu mfansepem
yeah
etu anka ebi anke bi insida the best any ebi a wa secondary school and St. Francis Xavier secondary school bi ewo the upper west region so instead say ye be tena hana ebi a ye be conversation no ebe say oh the bottlenecks and say the few challenges our system no encounter no yen hwe na yen improve it because I mean let me tell you say who minister ni shoes mu na say ohini ukromu hini aba se same wo minister nkwalaa yi na free wo krom wo nkwalaa yi omo say inti minister use wo protocol efa bo nkwalaa yi asame what is going to happen? Are we saying, sure, can we throw this protocol system away? We can't, because we share micro school St. Peter's and then headmaster no bed in a dorm so as an institution and the PTA is helping, board all students are helping. Why are they helping? Number one, because of affinity be with the school. Inti nkofo ankasa Dr. Brian Champo, Uko Preseka, OC block, a whole block for teachers, Ewa Presek. In this case, just imagine, say, Brian and now Dr. Champo, after the headmaster of Presek, say, Meba, and you be out, Meba, we JHS, or Peso Presek. Inti say, opportunity be to support my son to enter Preseka. Headmaster and me opportunity. Inti sa protocol system no fine. I believe say it should be regulated. It should be regulated properly. Na yen who say ebia, and I'm sure say by next year, sa story where I at this year no, there will definitely be it will be an opportunity for the system say omo be improve enema omo.
But sorry, so kind report now. The instructions within the system are certain access keys are supposed to be meant for certain individuals by virtue of how sensitive the information is. And yet the report indicates say this access way knowing there was a reason why we instituted this policy to cut away all these things. Not people freely gave out access information to national service personnel. Minister gave access to certain individuals. They are not supposed to have access to the platform. He says he can't identify them. He can't mention them. So I mean, is that not where the problem is? Not in your case of me old student. Makosi library, my school, me year group. No headmaster, headmaster, meba, epe akwenya, about my school. Ocha, I'll qualify. Headmaster Smabwao. Here is the case where people are not going there on merit, but people are paying money when they don't even qualify.
Sammy, sure. Sir, one of the challenges Amaka with this whole system, one problem I have communication. Look, the gap in communication, which I believe, sir, and Kamu rolling out policy and the further amendments are year every year. No, since Saya and sense a cherry bemu, Nanka, fre in Central 4 years, is omo year to chini, fre in Central 4, and your mutnas is a share. Adienu, ask all the questions you want to ask about this policy. Say ni now, and yes, sir, meti, yes, a cleaner, be in your access. Sammy, is that really the case? No. Sure, and on America say, minister, no, definitely on your robot. And if anybody, Papa no meaning any personal relationship, but can we suggest, sir, Dr. Educhum, Ebeka Chair, Nkrofo say, Monko, na Monko pen Nkrofo people who do not qualify, Emra, na yempi omunche system na mompeka krama minamindi. I say Dr. Educhum benefited financially from Sika Ahina Omuchichan 7,000 CDs, any who 5,000 make cram it no deal be say and deal be me share. And I am saying say system no efelium and out of me say cleaner. What is also cleaner now? Some you have relationship with people here. In Crawford, etimidi wudin. Oh, unim same. Mini papa. Let me just say this. Crusading Guide. Your colleague be, not or your office assistant. And he admired Kweku Baako so much, say, or starting or dress it, say Kweku and all that. but oti labadi owo hosa wo be hu a enwumre be 10 na wa frɛ o enye bibia baby ɔte no ɔpɛsɛ ehu sɛ o onim onimanas onim kwaku onim sei enti uti hoi na wa minister sɛ cleaner po na ɛwɔ hɔ na cleaner ya be so akyɛ ne sɛ me nua bi ba onya and you see ye kana ye ti sɛ nkwala no unqualified placement no cry me no ayɛ ti ha yi. It will be very difficult for us to understand even how the system is even working. Send a placement no cost untina obitiminya no fasi onya aggregate 9 or choose per sec when you're the second choice but onya the third choice meaning young man madam fubiba onya aggregate 18 onya Accra Academy. What you say? I'm sure say there are a lot of technicalities the ministry has not taken the time and not taken the trouble to explain to Ghanaians what really is going on. Even fill form now. Until recently, NMT or radio says form the crowd fill do baby option be amount say yes, B or say no B. Take yes now. Say when your first choice another category another grouping of schools all these things are and can be GD say sir people are just worried, say, oh, and it is normal for parents to get worried and all sorts of allegations will be flying all over. Say, oh, because unti asiye say, na me banya aggregate 9, ochusi hawenya, ne bani say na obia ochusi Accra Academy.
Now make a point to be said, and I'm not impugning or imputing anything, but now I say, na 7,000,
Sami,
Sami, Pacho.
Minister,
Sami Landi, ya Sami.
Enya minyon kono, but
Sami Mami Landi. You're looking at 7,000 as a figure. But if there are 10, 20 people
Sami, okay,
who
even 7,000
are paying 7,000
7,000 I charge, yeah, legacy charge. Sebi, Sami do man kunu o munu so anko no so bejibi. Inti bedroom minister ni on kwa na bia na nya 7,000 bio. Enya 7,000 bio. And na me ka say na me hwe me sre wo Sami public office fine. Officer integrity is very very important. Very 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 important. Nanso sebi me hwe Dr. Educhum ogina ho ne caliber any ne status. Ese share the all prior so obenya ne say computer placement period endru na unfair nkrofo say monko pe nkrofo mra na yentuetu asika emfa mom mu wia na monfa me share emre me. What? It is ridiculous. Absurd for anybody to even think say that is what happened. But the American say system no na say ye na ye dealing with me nyonko, my brother and friend Tony Goodman, Ministry of Health. Sa nursing we ne ewosui. Goodness.
Yes.
At the ministry, for instance, mubetia yesi obi akoji obi sika say 12,000. Ese onim Dr. Sabri bi ewo ho enti papa no nso te ne office no onsuma obia ese wo maji bibi. Enti me the me hwe ne say are we going to say look protocol system no ye twam minister o headmaster o obiara eni ho a ye mano any special dispensation in respect of protocol into ye twam wa ye be hu say wama obiara protocol menu yi ka say otumfo papa no even implicate otumfo. I'm sure say it was an example. I say see wohwe say kwa uhine etio no wa frame minister say madishie bi person mura St. Peter's enti school ni si na saase so enti sanye ma we nu na no say ye ka say asoman ye mpebiem nkwala no obiara emfa na hoodin enko school se wo na wo si library block ama school no na se wo hwe na wo ba ene piana obano entwa na fa ni ko school mo. So no protocol will be countenanced. Because definitely way minim headmaster bi na me place call ama headmaster na boa me na se me pese me di bone a magisika ese headmaster no so obeji say headmaster no ese obeji say meanwhile headmaster no ti ono say we me nipa fine school yi wa na wo boa yen your stories your publications na wa na wo boa yen ti me boa wo na me fa chie kogisika. Do we blame the headmaster?
All right.
And I make us say protocol no na enye mayan yen twetwemu na akolebia enter school no based on their own strength.
All right.
And yes, as it stands now, no protocol ni de e beto aso sa.
Summarize your thoughts on the placement system na yenko boko na yendi so enkomo kakra, because it's beginning to look like the Regional Security Council there is unwilling to implement the instructions that were given. And no yendi enkomo anapay ewo jumedi no eso same edeba no afa phone
Emwa a businessman bi owokwewu. He's following the show.
He's following the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
A friend of Mr. Fredo Damia Siedu.
Okay.
Yes. Or apart from Dr. Brian Champions Rock City no also or hotel yeah NCBA mobile BTF and Barbers Tavan Hotel and all Kase. And one for the school. He doesn't want to say Boni didn't say over the weekend. A school be a walk kwewu hono. Omu hia kwala no hia bibi te say summer hata ombeko tena asie. Enye ni na ban.
This explanation will
what the Manelane David, I'll give you your time. I'll give you your time.
Just talking about
I'll give you David, I'll give you the time. I'll give the time to you.
I'm saying
the
protocol system now more cano. I say as long as individuals will continue to be helping the schools, and yes, our protocol system no,
let's stop writing exams.
Until
let's stop putting the kids.
Do you think that this protocol things started just under this minister?
I'm not saying it.
Okay. It's started under minister.
I'm saying that. Let's stop.
I give you a minute because you want to make a point.
Exactly.
So I'll give you back in 5 minutes.
Minister upset. Me see report to Inca baby as a minister na koji. Martin David, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's upset to think say because people are helping the schools, which is the work of government. People are paying tax for those things. And that is not to say that people shouldn't help the schools. They are helping the schools. And they are doing so because they feel the need to. If the reward for that is to put people who are not qualified to be in certain schools, in those schools, then let's say it. And it even goes beyond that. They are saying that monies have been taken from people, from parents, to place their wards in schools where they probably may not be qualified for, or where they are qualified for but they had to pay for. That is worrying, and we cannot justify this in any way. Look, the minister had the opportunity to explain himself. He had the opportunity before the committee. He had the opportunity when the CID was investigating this thing, when the National Security were investigating this thing. We have not heard the National Security report. We have not heard the CID report. He got this report. What he did with this report is not known. It was until the fourth estate came up with this thing that the matter became a public knowledge. And he is now saying that there is a final report that nobody else knows but him. Where is the report? Let's know what is in the report. Is the report different from the statement he gave the committee? Those are the questions we need to ask. We need to ask why the Ministry of Education is now in charge of dishing out PIN codes. We need to know that. We need to, for instance, ask why the minister is not naming the people who use his access to the platform. That I am reliably informed that the GES director, in a week of the placement, was taken off the platform. And if you read the report, there are a lot of, incidences cited there where the minister's aide, has the minister's aide been arrested? They are asking parents to go, the parents who pay the money to go and lodge complaint. Who would do that? A system, you want your kids to go to school. The system is done such that you cannot do it without paying money. You've gone to pay the money. The matter has come to the public domain. They say you should go and say that I am the one who paid, so that is recorded. When in our system, the payer of the bribe and the receiver are all guilty, I should do that at the expense of my ward schooling. The problem is that the ministry is there to serve the people. What they are doing now, they are extorting money from the parents. And if we want to say that because of protocol system, because Asante Hene can go, what about the chief who doesn't have anybody at the ministry, who doesn't know the minister, who doesn't know anybody to go to the ministry? The people from that place are not going to go to Presec and the Wege Haze. Is that what we are saying? And it's I just can't understand how we can sit public in the public space and be saying this to justify this thing. It's not. Look, as a Ghanaian, what I will say in conclusion is that this minister must resign. If he won't resign, this matter is not going to be shelved under anything. We will talk about it till this matter is brought to justice. He should be made known to this, that we are going to follow this matter to the widest conclusion. So he should be prepared. I learned that, the other day he said, this report had come out as a result of people targeting him because they think that if somebody becomes a flag bearer for the MPP, he will be made the running mate. And that's what this whole thing about. It is not about that. It is about somebody using his office, making money, if not himself, making money from poor people and doing the wrong thing. That is what this is about. Whatever is between him and the people who want to prevent him from becoming running mate, they can trash that out themselves. What concerns us as public citizens is that money, there have been extortion of poor people, and the wrong thing has been done. People who have toiled and wrote their exam and passed have been relegated, at the expense of merit.
I would challenge my brother. I would challenge my brother. Say, why? And I choose school. You deny access to that school. Say what pass it. All these allegations going around. Me pe onipa baako. Well, to say send your can say people who qualify to certain schools have been sidelined, and Nkrofo are qualify, and they do schools. It is not happening. It is. I haven't heard.
You mean to tell me that
my brother,
you won't go to any of the grade A schools where you find somebody with aggregate 18, 20, 24.
And I make catch you. I attended Accra Academy. They see computer with no involvement at all from a parent. Computer a place in a bar unya aggregate 18 ewo Accra Academy. Accra Academy.
So then what happened to the whole concept of a merit-based, placement system where akwadano enye ne ho hia de.
Of course.
Na onya ne grade A
school system no na make us say.
Na obi enya 18 when you grade A school, no obi enya 9 when you grade A school.
Okay, Sammy, let me ask you. You can say grade A school, how do you understand it?
Oh, the GES and then the Ministry of Education has categorized certain schools according to, I don't know.
It is based on demand. Based on.
Sammy, I beg to differ. I beg to differ with it being a matter of based on demand.
My problem with this whole thing, I was in the Volta region. We visited St. Paul's Senior High School with my friends, our school, and I was telling my friends, with the way our infrastructural challenges, leaving some of these our public senior high schools at the mercy of their own fate, and dangerous. These public schools will not be schools. Parents on me afford it. Ebe desire say omumba echo, and it is already happening. It is already happening, and then people are looking at private schools for omumba. Eso omubeko. It is because of infrastructural challenges.
So it's not a demand.
Say, and your friend is saying national science and maths quiz. Now share baby abayuaya ofri kita secondary school. Ebabe puti up such stellar performance. Or what Harvard. The results are producing just say excellent. Are we saying also that because of whatever categorization in Kwalano omuwo sa ehono ya categorize omuno into students from Wesley girls, and now students from Holy Child, and now students from Infancy Pimno would be or do better than Akola or Wokita. And I make us say, Abai bet nasi.
Category A school.
Abai bet nasi. But look, it's category A. But is it that sought after to say the so-called category A schools be Central Region and I say other places? Say Abai bet nasi.
That's why I said.
That's why I
said that. That's why I said that. No, Sammy, that's why I said that. That's why I said that. I beg to differ.
But you shouldn't say I'm confusing.
I said you are confusing.
No.
If
I am confusing you, then you are confusing.
Gentlemen,
hold
on. No,
exactly.
I said that.
So let him tell me if he's confused.
Sammy, I said that.
Yeah.
Your assertion that the category A schools are based on demand, I said that I beg to differ. It is, for me, I've been trying to get to the Ghana Education Service website to get that information. Previous performance of these schools in terms of grades at the end of Wobo Tenwa is part of it. It is also a matter of the teaching standards in this school, old records of these schools, and several other factors, not necessarily a matter of demand.
Sammy, why would you want to take your children to those schools?
Performance. Yes.
Yeah.
Performance.
Whether Wesley Girls, school.
How do you mean? It's a Methodist school.
Methodist school.
Yes.
What you say? Institutions, no. Miss, I say my making na and say, teachers are qualify from the same universities. Chair adie Wesley Girls, and teachers are qualify from universities. Chair adie other schools. Ni sa category no. Does it mean say in Kuala no Wesley Girls no teachers no? Special teachers with special skills and expertise.
This argument,
this one is.
You said that. You said
this
that.
One doesn't.
Category A school
fit into
that
the
the demand is high.
Listen, Sammy, every school, okay. If you go to Wesley Girls High School, the policies of the school
who puts these policies in place?
It is the school.
Who puts these policies in place?
It is the school.
The school is not an
Were we
independent
not in this
body.
country? No, Sammy.
School independent body.
No, Sammy. Listen,
Intimacy.
Sammy.
Same infrastructure.
Sammy, hold on. Were we not in this country? Hold on. Were we not in this country when a student who by virtue of his religion had done his hair rasta went to Achimota School, and Achimota School told them, oh, Sammy, hold on. You are making a case where I'm telling you the school's own principles and policies guide the performance of the teachers and the students themselves.
Eventually, what happened to
the point I'm making is that it got to the point where the supervising authority, GES, instructed the school. The school said, by virtue of our policies,
what happened?
We are unable to comply.
Which one took precedence over the other?
They didn't take it.
But eventually,
the GES rather succumbed to the school until later on, after all the brouhaha in the media, before the school, it became a court matter. So, Sammy, your point doesn't hold. All I'm saying is that the school's own guidelines and policies can influence the performance of teachers and students at the same time. Look, I'll use my own school, okay? I'll use my own school. It's shameful to say it, but it has to be said. I'm a proud Absunian, but the last time I went to St. Augustine's College, I wasn't a happy man. The school that I knew had Catholic priests putting in place certain unbendable rules.
Sammy.
I went back, Sammy,
and then, what is happening?
But that's a subject matter for another discussion. So, Sammy, I'm happy that you mentioned Ayahuaymo and then I added that is for the Methodist. And this is a point that just last week, the Catholic Bishops' Conference president, said it's about time the schools are reverted to their original owners. Because when it comes to issues about management, issues about discipline, issues about performance, they did it better than the way government is handling it. But anyway, that's a total deviation. That's a total deviation from the conversation.
Are we saying, government is allowing for rules to be bended in respect of
Sammy,
I'm not saying. This is
are we
what the
really
report is
saying these things?
The people are saying it themselves.
Sammy, are we really saying these
I'm
things?
asking you.
When you have the
you,
conference
sir.
of assistant schools
I am asking you,
consistently in the media complaining about their inadequacies.
You see,
Corruption is being alleged, and the media is here.
I mean, I don't even see
Anyway,
where it is.
let's proceed.
Discussion.
Let's proceed.
Yes.
You will see it. I mean,
I have had.
You will see it, and it will be for a reason.
No.
You see all the things David is talking about.
No,
In
David,
fact,
ask for that one.
no, don't worry. I will ignore it. I will ignore it. I will ignore it.
It's not fair. It's not.
No,
David, it's not fair.
He doesn't even see.
He has a right. He has a right.
Sammy, don't worry.
To air his views from his personal experiences. No, but you made a comment. You made a comment because of his
reason. No, I said because of any reason.
He has brought this report.
It's an unfair comment.
He has brought this report as a sacrosanct document. Into everything about our discussion should be centered on points.
No, whose sacrosanctity? A document, Sammy, hold on. A document whose sacrosanctity, I sat here and said that it is somebody who has made a certain allegation.
Yeah. Papa Nukra, I mean, he should go back to the classroom. That's one of his challenges. But as a maker, he said, me, and no make us in pause as a maker. I say, I buy antina. As government does not set up now infrastructure and any the needed support as secondary schools need to run a bedroom me no. All these so-called names are now your work as a OT school where they will not be sought after. My argument, I have
why? Sammy, why? I'm interested in the why. Why do you believe this will happen?
You know, say Teteno, say a castle be called those primary education. I can say obi call government school na some pride be account until later in the 60s where schools like maybe I'm call that is any Morning Star ni sankrofo started emerging, then people started withdrawing the awards from these public schools because of infrastructure challenges na abine started encounter, and that is the same problem as you see with our public senior high schools. I have said, Abai should pay attention to these schools. Now, it shouldn't be there every day. Say, oh, your cassette school way in her. Quickly, we are looking at a headmaster to attack and antagonize. And no, na me cassette. Say, young koso anshe na emwa SHSE enya yan fam momo. I understand, say, maybe I'm a two or there's a SHSB abaso, a private senior high school be a war. Me in-law be a friend, so also on Amcaso, Obeda, also, of Tema, Obeda, also, Obesaneba, a school. Namsa, Caswa, and also there is a new private.
Caswa say.
You're
30 seconds.
Namin tea that.
Yeah.
Namin tea that. Inti eneno say I'm sure ye. Now you address it. As for me, say placement. No, it's what it is. I think it is the list of schools. No problems are schools no what problems and kasa. SSM ministry national address. As for this report about
Mama David 30 seconds in from Pom because Mama Yako back and forth.
Say you chop protocol. Now say you chop next year.
This has become just...
Yeah.
Is it the 30 minutes for the conclusion?
30 seconds. It's the time now, soon.
Well, it's unfortunate we couldn't discuss Boko and Co. But, I mean, this report, I have said it already, it will not be shelved under the carpet. This country doesn't belong to those who are corrupt. It is for everybody. And so we are sending the signal that this is not going to be left to be swept under the carpet by either the ministry, the minister, journalists, or anybody. It will come to the... We will discuss this to the latter. If the minister wants to save himself from embarrassment, he resigns now.